What's up guys, it's the Sound Alchemist, and today I am bringing you 40 facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. This time we will be diving into the Order Malleus of the Inquisition to give you 40 facts on one of the truest heroes of all of the Imperium of Man, Inquisitor Lord Hector Rex. So let's get on to his awesome lore. Rex is a powerful psyker. He was first selected for Imperial service after being screened for psychic potential by the Schola Psychana of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica. His potency was such that he easily excelled in all his training, outshining his classmates, most of whom were destined for service as sanctioned psychers of the Imperial Guard. As Rex grew to adolescence, he was subject to genetic enhancements by the Imperium's finest, Gene Adepts, similar to work upon the superhuman bodies of the Adeptus Astartes. His physical body grew to massive proportions until Rex towered over 8 feet tall, with heavy muscular frame and superhuman physical conditions. Once his genetic enhancement was complete, Hector Rex was handed over to the Inquisition for more advanced training, and he was placed as an acolyte with Inquisitor Thor Malkin. So basically this guy became a space marine. How badass is that? After long service across the galaxy, Rex rapidly advanced within the Inquisition's ranks to become a valued servant of the inner circle of the Order Malleus, privy to highly restricted information about the true nature of demons and how they are to be combated. Rex rose to become the Proctor General of the Scaris Conclave, which oversaw all Inquisitor affairs in the Scaris sector of the Segmentum Obscurus, with many other Inquisitors and Acolytes as his servants. He possessed almost unlimited power with which to deal with any chaotic threat in that sector. Blessed with these formidable powers, Lord Rex has led Imperial armies and has even called upon the Grey Knights on numerous occasions to face terrible threats, and has access to the Imperium's full arsenal of weapons, which to protect mankind from the threat of any demonic possession or insurrection. Lord Rex is a hard-line Puritan in his philosophical beliefs, accepting no compromise when it comes to dealing with those that would or have any exposure with demons. He personally tracks down and captures the renegade radical Inquisitor Galasek, and Rex's own agents continue to seek the renegade's misguided acolytes across the length and breadth of the Segmentum Obscurus. One of this Inquisitor's most famous campaigns was the closing of a warp portal on Hellenis III. There, Lord Rex commanded a strike force of Grey Knights and fought hand-to-hand with a savage Greater Demon of Khorne, casting its blasphemous form back into the warp. In recognition for this deed, he was honored with the ancient sword Arias, a revered Nemesis Force weapon forged at the dawn of the Imperium, reputedly blessed by the Emperor's own hand, and only removed from stasis to be carried by the greatest heroes of the Order Malleus. During his travels, Inquisitor Lord Rex is assisted by a large retinue of henchmen, having many acolytes, sages, servitors, scribes, and menial servants to run his everyday affairs, but most of these do not generally follow him into combat. Once upon the field of battle, he is accompanied by exorcists, ecclesiarchy priests who are trained to banish demons using their power of faith, and many acolytes, familiars, and veteran Imperial guardsmen. Alongside his formidable retinue, Rex has also access to such dangerous weapons, such as the operatives of the Officio Assassinorum and the fearsome Grey Knights, the elite psychic space marines who serve as the chamber militant of the Ordo Malleus. Lord Rex's most famous action occurred during the climax of the Siege of Vrax, the lamentable Imperial campaign to retake the Imperial armory world of Vrax Prime from the heretical forces of chaos, led by the apostate Cardinal Astra Xiphon. It was during this rebellion on Vrax that Rex uncovered a prophecy via the Emperor's Turret that the planet could potentially fall and become a demon world. To avoid this outcome, Rex chose the entire Scaris conclave to obtain control over the War of Rex and to induct the entire 88th Regiment of the Death Corps of Kree into his own retinue. Despite objections from the Ordo Hereticus, who claimed that the matter of Rax fell under their purview and not that of the Ordo Malleus, since Zaphan was a former member of the Ecclesiarchy, Lord Rex was elected the Proctor General of the Conclave of Scaris, becoming the de facto leader of all the Imperial military forces arrayed against the forces of chaos in that sector. The battle to save Rax from demonic incursion began in earnest, and so Inquisitor Rex and his Grey Knight strike force, under the command of Brother Captain Arvin Stern, took the fight to the forces of chaos. At the height of this conflict, Lord Rex faced the summoned Lord of Bloodthirsters, known as Angrath the Unbound. The Bloodthirster and the Inquisitor fought, the blessings of the God Emperor against the insatiable battle lust and hideous strength of the Blood God. Bathed in holy light, Lord Rex fought like a man possessed, until both the Inquisitor Lord and the greater demon were wounded. Lord Rex knew that the Bloodthirster's name, and hurled it back at the fell creature like a physical blow, for the power of a true name causes a descendant of the warp to be repelled. As the two foes fought, blades leapt to and fro with blinding speed, until Lord Rex was able to focus the power of his mind upon his enemy, stabbing flashes of white lightning into his mighty blade, which impaled the demon. From the tip of Arias, a bolt of power leapt forth, causing the bloodthirstier to stagger, its legs subtly buckling beneath it. Lord Rex continued to send more bolts of psychic force into the vile demon, and each bolt's touch clawed its unholy flesh like fire. As the unholy creature called forth to its patron Chaos God to lend it strength, Lord Rex plunged the Nemesis Force Sword deeper into the beast's chest. A mighty halo of light exploded as Rex unleashed all his power, channeling it along the blade into the black heart of the demon. Gathering every last ounce of his power, Lord Inquisitor willed the creature dead and thrust his sword again, twisting the blade hard. Although he was sent falling to the ground with a bone-crushing blow, Arias was still hilt deep in the demon's chest, its light burning ever brighter. The foul creature howled in frustration, for it knew that it had been defeated, the life-giving energies of the warp severed from it. Then in a flash of dark energy, Angrath was cast back screaming into the warp, where it came. The demon lord was no more. Vrax Prime was eventually reclaimed by the Imperium and brought back into the Imperial fold, but it was all for naught, for the planet was forever tainted by the foul influences of both Khorne and Nurgle. Lord Rex placed the world under Ordo Malleus quarantine, declaring the planet Perdita, much to the chagrin of the rival Ordo Hereticus. In the years to come, the Ordo Malleus would conduct a long review of what had occurred on Vrax Prime, and it would be Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex's conclusion that the Vrax system should be interdicted. Automated sentry warnings were to be positioned to warn other starships away, and periodically Imperial Navy patrols would sweep through, making sure that the system did not become a haven for pirates or aliens, though the planet and the star system would also no longer be of any value to the servants of the Emperor. And now we make our way into the war gear of this amazingly awesome Inquisitor. He did wield a bolt pistol, however, it was master crafted, and its bolter rounds were replaced with psy-cannon bolts. He also wielded a storm shield, and his sword was called Arias, which is a master crafted, anointed force sword of antiquity, said to have been blessed by the Emperor himself. His artificial power armor has been custom crafted to perfectly fit Hector Rex's genetically modified side. Lord Inquisitor Rex also brings with him the Emperor's Turret, which is a pack of 78 psychoactive liquid crystal wafers that are linked to the psyche of the Emperor of Mankind in the warp. The turret, commonly believed to have been designed by the Emperor himself before the Horus Heresy, is used throughout the Imperium as a form of divination. The cards are laid upside down and then turned. As they are turned, they are read and interpreted by the reader. The second and fourth cards are drawn are signifiers, bringing clarity to the ones preceding them. At his disposal, he also has the Grimoire of True Names, which is a tome that has written inside of it all the true names of all the demons ever encountered by the Imperium of Man. When riding into battle, Hector Rex has a special rhino and a Valkyrie for himself. There is a caption on the rhino which says, "Rhino of Ordo Malleus Inquisitor Hector Rex." This vehicle is the Inquisitor's transport for his retinue and himself. It bears many icons and the purity seals common to Inquisition vehicles. Also, it has the Crux Terminatus badge upon it. However, this vehicle is currently not in use, for it is being used for ceremonial duties. Now on his Valkyrie, the text also says, "Valkyrie in service of the Ordo Malleus, Inquisitor Hector Rex." This is the Inquisitorial Stormtroopers transport that is being deployed during the Judgment of Hellions. The entire squadron has adopted the name Holocaust, and this is their third aircraft given to them by the Ordo Malleus. And with that, that brings us to the end of yet another 40 facts on the Warhammer universe. What did you guys think about this genetically enhanced human? I mean, he's basically a space marine if you think about it. He's got artificial armor, storm shield, power sword. I mean, he's freaking 8 feet tall. He's a space marine, that's what he is. Anyway, it'd be pretty badass to be this guy. I mean, he's been blessed by the Emperor, basically. He freaking controls the Imperial Guard whenever he wants to. He has control of the Grey Knights. This guy is, in my opinion, pretty badass. Second only to Drago. And, you know, nobody can amount to anything that Drago does because of Matt Ward. But anyway, what did you guys think about this guy? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because we bring you 40k videos each and every day. Don't forget, guys, we do have an art contest going on, so get your minis painted or put the pen on the paper and draw something pretty badass. The end of that contest is the end of January, so you guys got about a month left. And as always, guys, I am the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I am signing out.